Now we have a couple of plastic balls. Thomas, can you tell us what the biggest difference is with these two plastic balls?
This is a house ball, and this is my personal plastic ball.
They're both 12 pounds.
They're both 12 pounds, yes.
Okay. This one has just typical large finger holes.
Yep.
But yours is?
Mine are custom fitted for my hand. And it's perfect fit. Whereas this, anybody can use. They drill them all different sizes.
Now, why would you want to have a plastic ball?
They're good for spare shots. If you leave a corner pin, you can get a direct line. They go really, really straight. If the lanes are really dry, you can even get these to hook.
So these balls here do not have a core in them like that last ball that we saw. They are just solid.
Correct. These do not have a core at all.
So you can get them to spin, but they're not going to spin like having the weight in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So the next step up from the plastic is the urethane. Thomas, can you tell us about the urethane ball?
Urethane will have a little bit more of a hook than a plastic. I've got two urethanes right here. There is about a 40-year gap between the two balls. This is a newer pitch black, and this is a Brunswick Phantom.
When did urethane balls become popular?
50s and 60s. A lot on the PBA tour, or back then the ABC tour, because you could get more hook on it than a plastic ball.
So what are some characteristics of the urethane ball?
Well, a lot of two-handers favor them because they can throw at their high rev rate, at high speeds, and where reactive balls, they will hook early and a lot sooner. These will still hold the bowler's line. But there is some controversy about these because these push oil way back on the lane.
So are these interior? Are they like the plastic ball? There is no weight or anything like that, or is there some weight inside of them?
No, these do have cores in them.
Okay.
And all urethanes are going to kind of have a different weight block in them.
So you mentioned pushing oil down the lane. What is that? How does it change things?
Okay, so when it pushes the oil down, if the bowler that's using the urethane is consistent with it, and they'll just carry one solid strip of oil, and then the other bowlers have to cut through that oil, and if they can't cut through, it just skids their ball out, so it won't hit the pocket.
And now we are back with a rubber ball, but Thomas, this does not look like a bouncy rubber ball.
It is not. This is a Brunswick Black Beauty. They started making these in 1954. This predates plastic bowling balls.
Is there a core to it?
There is no core to it. It is solid rubber all the way through.
Can you get a reaction out of it, or is it more of a straight ball?
Back when it first came out, it was a straight ball. In today's day and age, you can get it to hook if you know how to throw it properly. This is one of those vintage, high skill balls.
Now we have a nice bright shiny ball, even has some pearl in there. What is this, Thomas?
This is actually a pearl cover stock ball. And this is a Roto Grip Hustle.
Which means what? What might we find on the inside?
Well, it will have a core on the inside, but the cover stock will give you more length with down the lane.
Now the cover stock meaning the outside.
The outside, yes.
The outside.
The shinier part, yes.
So the pearl makes a difference.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What is it? A big reactive ball or just a little bit?
Just a little bit more than anything else we've shown, but if drilled in certain ways, it can hook off of the lane.
Okay, and I understand you just drilled this ball not that long ago.
Yes, about an hour ago is when I drilled it.
Nice. Got it. Here we have a Storm High Road Max.
Correct, yes.
What are some characteristics of this one?
Well, this is a newer ball. It is reactive, and it has no core in it.
Which means it's just this all the way through?
It's got the outer cover stock, and then it's just got the inner core, which was the white
Like the
portion
plastic
of it.
ball?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of, will you get a reaction out of this, or is it more of a straight?
You will get a reaction out of it just due to the cover stock, but it won't do anything drastic on the lane.
Here we have another Storm ball, and this one is a Proton Physics.
Physics, yes.
Physics.
Yes.
Is it a pretty reactive ball, and why our finishes are getting more dull compared to that pearl?
Yes. At the time that I bought this and drilled it, this was the strongest ball on the market.
And how long ago was that?
8 months to a year ago.
Wow.
Yeah. And now there are a lot more bowling balls coming out that are even stronger than this.
So this one has the weighted core inside. Would this be an okay ball for a beginner bowler?
Absolutely not.
Because?
The hook on it is completely uncontrollable for somebody that is starting out.
Good to know. So this is the last ball we're going to talk about. It is a Roto Grip hyped.
Yep.
Tell me about this one.
This is actually a hybrid ball. It is half pearl, half solid. So it can give you a medium reaction on the lane. You can have it drilled so it can hook off the lane and hook like crazy, or you can have it just basic drilled for a nice gentle curve.
Is this for more of an experienced bowler versus a beginner?
This would be more of a beginner ball, but
Beginner.
even the pros are using this.
Good. So I'm getting started in bowling, and I want to walk in and start with a ball. Is this a good one to start with?
The High Road Max is a good ball to start out with, yes.
Because why?
It's more of an entry-level ball. A skilled pro shop will be able to drill the ball many different ways. They can drill it entry-level, they can drill it mid-range, or they can drill it to be as aggressive as it can.